Now, how about the Hulk Hogan?
She hit Krystle. Yes, she admitted to me that she hit her once. I wish I never deleted that message.
Oh, I never, ever physically abused Krystle. I feel like, honestly, my relationship with her was the calmest, most kindest, most gentle relationship I have ever been in, hands down. She needs to stay away from me, or she's gonna get it. I would say that I am empathetic, I am giving, and I am kind.
Lately, when people are like, what's the number one word to describe you? Empathetic.
I'm giving, I'm an empath. I think my best quality is the fact that I'm very empathetic. I know I have a big heart. I'm very empathetic. I'm a good person. I'm very kind, warm-hearted.
I'm the most, sympathetic and empathetic person out there, and it's, to the point where it's, so fucking annoying. Example, if my girlfriend's, sad or whatever, I'm gonna feel the exact same way. If she's mad, I'm mad. It's so annoying.
How would you describe yourself using 3 words? Fat, empathetic, and loving.
Hurt people. That's so true.
I try to be as selfless as I can because I really am empathetic and sympathetic of other people.
See, I'm a hurt person, but I cannot hurt other people because I know how it feels, and I'm very empathetic and I'm sympathetic and I'm a kind person.
My therapist is like, yeah, you're an empath. It's bittersweet. Not only do I take on the role of feeling everyone else's emotions, but I also have to deal with mine. I feel other people's pain more than I feel my own. And I honestly hate that part of me more than anything because it's humiliating. If you're a narcissist, you don't have empathy at all.
This is to inspire Amber. Come on, Amber. 100 days.
Drink stuff.
Root fire. All root fire. The snowflake channel. All root fire. Oh, press the side. Amber.
I had empathy for Amber in the beginning. I think everybody probably did. Who doesn't struggle with the weight or something that they're struggling with, so you could identify with her. But yeah, definitely the more I learned about her, the more my empathy dwindled away. Do I think Amber is an empath? I don't think an empath is a thing. I think being a human being with empathy is a thing. Anytime I've heard a human being describe themselves as an empath, they've turned out to be a horrible human being.
Oh, the only other YouTuber that I've ever heard call themselves an empath was Shane Dawson. He's very empathetic towards his cat's stomach and his dog's crotch. Empathy. Oh, that's funny, because I'm an empath too, because when I'm next to you, I'm bored.
I know she likes to bask in this fantasy that she's an empath, but if you look at her whole life, there's proof that she isn't. And there's no bigger example of her being less of an empath than how she was with Krystle.
When I met her online, she was just very nice. At first, you know, she was kind of like, okay, this girl's kind of, you know, weird a little bit. She kind of like put herself in the weird category, but that's not even who she was. Honestly, all I saw was such a nice, beautiful person, and I couldn't help falling in love with her. We actually met online. At the time, I was in a relationship. This is a website called Moco Space, and Krystle, I added her, I guess, and she sent me a message. We just started talking. She did flirt with me a little. I tried to explain to her I was in a relationship. I'm not like that. I do not cheat.
During a relationship with Casey, she would be getting gifts from Krystle, and despite being an empath, she either didn't know or didn't care how that would make Casey feel.
How did you feel about Krystle sending Amber gifts?
Gross.
It hurt because I couldn't get Amber those things, but, you know, good for Amber for receiving those things. She got nice things from her, you know?
I still remember the first time I ever told Krystle that I was in love with her. It was over the phone, and I was actually sitting outside of Dunkin' Donuts in like the middle of the night. I know, random. A few months later, her and her mom came and visited me, and it was incredible. When we met, she thought I was beautiful, and it made me feel really, really good. It helped with my self-esteem. I was finally with someone who accepted everything about me. The girlfriend I had then didn't approve of this, but I had to be honest with her that I was in love with somebody else.
Me and Krystle were just like best friends.
Her dad, on actually several occasions, offered me to come move here, but I was like, I can't. I felt, like I said, I felt trapped. I was in an unhealthy relationship. One night, me and the current girlfriend got in a huge argument, and I finally just said, I'm done. I gave Krystle a call. I was like, you know what, Krystle? I need to take you up on the offer. I'm done. I broke up with blank. I don't want to say her name. Next morning, I was actually getting on a plane to be with her.
And I ended up going to Fredericksburg, Virginia, because that's where Krystle lived, and that's like where my heart was almost every single day.
Her parents paid, and I appreciate everything her parents have done for me. They're like parents I never had in a way.
Her parents were very accepting, and they saw how happy like I made Krystle.
Yes, we have ups and downs, but doesn't anybody? People are so kind if you really give them a chance. Yeah, I love her very much, and she's an amazing person. She really is. Don't get me wrong, Krystle and I are not perfect. We have our issues. We've lived together for 3 years now, and of course that's gonna, you know, happen.
From even before they started dating, Amber and Krystle were enamoured with each other, and they would make those feelings well known online, despite Amber still being in a relationship with Casey. And though she was shy by nature, Krystle wasn't afraid to be herself.
If you're wondering, those are Rock Band drums. Those are anime plushies. No, they're not mine. Yikes. And those are Wii remotes. Plushies. More plushies. She's addicted. You should see how many she has in the attic. Now that's scary. That's like, I mean, there's at least 6 bags full of plushies. Yikes.
Her favourite game to play was Rock Band.
How do I even say such a thing? She's obsessed with Rock Band. If you ever hear that clicking noise in one of my videos, it is my girlfriend playing Rock Band. And I just wanted to let you guys know that. I don't really care for video games, but she does. She's obsessed. She also got Pokemon for the Nintendo 3DS, which is lame in my opinion. Kidding.
She also loved anime, and she even got herself a tattoo, which was related to one of her favourite anime characters.
So this is an anime character, I guess. She likes anime. That's like not even close to how many she has. It's kind of gross how many she has. I don't watch anime. I don't care for anime. Anime sucks.
These clips I'm showing you of Amber putting down Krystle, it's not just these clips, it's not just a few I found to make Amber look bad. It was constant. There's so many. It happened so often that if I watched the clip of them both together and Amber didn't put down Krystle, I was like, oh, well done. She didn't, that was nice. She didn't put her down. Oh, she did the next time. Okay. It happened so often.
I'm sorry for anime plushes in the back, which I'm sure you guys see all the time. They're actually my girlfriends. Why would you be sorry about that? I'm only joking. Krystle, she goes, why would you be sorry about that? That's funny. Anyways, so welcome to my...
Krystle's parents had been more than generous to pay for Amber, this adult woman, to come and live with them, stay with them. And they did. They really treated her as if she was part of the family.
So when I first moved here, I was like a ball of shy goo. Like, I didn't even talk. I barely ate. I was shy. So shy when I first came here. I don't know. Things, you know, started rolling, and about 5 months ago, I started feeling the most, you know, at home and comfortable. Like, this is like my home, and I can help with, you know, chores and make this room my own, and, you know, stuff like that. So this is Krystle's dad, by the way. I just love spending time with my girlfriend and her family, because I'm just happy they're there for me when no one else is, you know?
Amber didn't have any family of her own to turn to at this time. She only had Krystle and her family. And again, they really did treat her as part of the family. They'd even take her on vacation with them.
Monkey. Monks. Monkey.
Krystle's family would even gift Amber her very own dog, a beagle named Monkey, because of his ability to climb. Is Monkey your dog? Did you bring him with you? They got Monkey because I wanted a dog. I'd always talk about it. Krystle's mom saw a dog one day while she was out with a friend, contacted us, and we went and saw him. We adopted him the next day, and Monkey is my dog, just like the cat's mine too. We all love these animals just as much as the next person in the house.
This is me bribing my dog with food to come inside. Because it's cold out there, huh, Monk?
There were also other members of Amber's ever-growing family.
So there's Monkey, there's Ringo's, there's Smokey, and there's Charlie.
Amber finally had the loving family she had always wanted, and it was all because of Krystle. A life with Krystle had just gotten better and better. Her weight had gotten better and better.
I was losing weight like a mad woman. I was actually, 2012, during this time, I was at my lowest weight. I was almost down 89 pounds, so I was almost down 100 pounds. Even though we're smiling in both pictures, we both know that we'd much rather look like the people on the right and continue losing weight. 89 pounds, 89 pounds, 89 pounds. I lost 89 pounds my way. Yes, I gained weight this last year, but that's because so much was going on with my life that it was overpowering.
And even though she would lose weight with Krystle, she would gain it all back. But Krystle never stopped trying to help Amber and motivate her to lose the weight again. And Amber's constant struggle with weight loss would cause her to make a YouTube channel, and she would upload her first video on the 18th of November 2013.
Hi, My name's Amberlynn and I wanted to start a YouTube channel for weight loss. I see a lot of videos of other people doing it and it's so motivating and it's just something I'm really interested in doing.
She sounds... Is this what Amber used to sound like in the beginning? She sounds totally different. Because she sounded all sweet and innocent, didn't she?
Maybe I can be an inspiration for somebody. I don't know. I'm not really doing this for other people. I'm more so doing it for myself. But if I can help somebody along the way, then that's even better.
In the first appearance, she seemed shy and very soft-spoken, which is very different to the Amber we know of today.
So, I hope you have fun sitting next to Trump in hell.
This early version of Amber was clearly a character, a shy, soft-spoken, nice person. It was definitely not the real her. And she may have claimed to have started this YouTube channel to inspire others, but it was to be loved by strangers on the internet.
So what made you decide to start vlogging? I love watching YouTube videos. I love the thought of it. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's therapeutic. It's something for me to do. It's a really big hobby and I just love, how you guys love watching my videos and, I just really enjoy it. My girlfriend is very used to it. She's always by me. She says she actually loves it and she loves watching my videos, so I'm happy about that.
Krystle herself would make many brief appearances on the channel.
Amberlynn, why did the cow cross the road?
Why did the cow cross the road, Krystle?
It was utterly lost.
Not only do I want to say goodbye, but so does Krystle. Come here. Your face.
According to Amber, Krystle didn't mind Amber's filming, which wasn't true. Or at least it wasn't true when Krystle was forced to be on camera. We knew Krystle didn't like being on camera. Amber knew that Krystle didn't like being on camera, but the audience were the only ones who cared about that.
I would film my girlfriend more, but she doesn't like being filmed. I don't know why. Because she's beautiful. She just gets shy. She is like the shyest person I've ever even met in my life. Whew. Just gonna go home, eat our protein bar. It's so funny when I see Krystle's face in the background. Nothing. I'm proud of you. I won't show.
Are you lying?
I swear I didn't show it. She's so shy. Anyways. And I'd show her and her face reactions, but you know how that be. She doesn't want to show herself. But I want to show my girlfriend's face so bad right now. Someone wants to say hi, you guys. No, I don't. Fucking. Oh, you're a model, Justin. Your hair looks beautiful.
Hopefully people don't think Krystle's smiling because she's happy. She's obviously uncomfortable.
Why are you looking away from the camera? Smile with your beautiful self. She's just really shy. More shyer than I am.
Apparently Krystle was not the only shy one. Amber, despite vlogging everything, also believed that she was shy as well.
So this video is 10 things you can do instead of eating when you're bored. A lot of people have said, Amberlynn, why has your voice changed so much? The thing is, when I first started YouTube, I was so shy. And when I get like that, I talk very quiet.
Yeah, I'm really shy too, Amber.
Hello?
In her later videos, after Amber and Krystle had broken up, Amber's change in personality was extremely noticeable.
There is scissoring, which I'm sure you guys know what that is. You can finger.
With Krystle, yeah, she was shy, soft-spoken, apparently. Not the loud, obnoxious Amber we know of today.
I seemed more humble in my videos back then. It's because I was super shy. I was quiet. Now I'm like, this is me. I don't care.
I'm getting a certain somebody in my comments down below saying like, I'm like a chameleon and I don't know who I am. I was one person with Krystle and one person with Destiny, which is completely false. You saw one side of me with Krystle because Krystle was like never in my videos, and when she was, like, I was a giggly schoolgirl. I mean, you guys can go back and see that. I am me. That is how it's gonna stay. And if you don't like who I am, just goodbye. I am myself. I'm a really good person and I don't want anyone to think otherwise.
Krystle's shyness was not the only thing Amber would try and emulate.
And you guys didn't know me then, but I used to have bangs like hers. Like, it literally lasted like 2 seconds, but I actually cut it myself. Krystle actually motivated me and inspired me to cut my bangs up to here because I think it's actually really cute.
Motivated, like, come on Amber, get those bangs, yay, bangs, bangs, bangs. I think she just copied her.
Shortly after Krystle got her first pair of glasses, Amber, despite having never mentioned bad vision before, will also get a pair of glasses.
Krystle got new glasses, so we sat there trying to find her a pair. That was totally cute and funny. I wish I could have recorded it. I'm getting glasses, of course, which I knew was going to happen because I used to wear glasses when I was younger, but I broke them and then I lost another pair and yada yada, so.
If anyone's wondering, yada yada is the universal term for this is made up. I'm full of poo. It's a lie. Basically, that's what I'm saying. She's lying.
I'm nearsighted if you guys are curious, so I mean, I don't need my glasses when I'm reading or anything, but when I'm watching TV or, you know, far away things, I need glasses.
Amber acted as though getting a pair of glasses was this big quirky thing. She lacked that much of a personality. She made glasses part of hers.
Which would you prefer? So I'm just gonna say I'm sorry for the glare. It's gonna happen. Don't worry, I won't always be wearing my glasses, but a lot of the time I will be, and just focus on my words or my background, not these cray glasses because they do help me see. So anyways, my glasses have been like hurting the back of my head, like right back here. My glasses don't even touch back there. So I don't know if it's like they're too tight or what it is. I do have another pair of I don't know, I like these ones more. Krystle? Now that I'm talking about it, will you go get me the other pair? They're in the little pulley out of the desk. And the only reason why I ask her is because right now I'm like bedridden for the next couple hours because my back and my ankle are both hurting really bad. So I kind of wanted to rest them.
To be fair, there's no proof that she didn't need glasses. So maybe I'm just being overly suspicious. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe she did need glasses because she was in fact nearsighted, like she said.
And Tahiti Secrets, which is peach, or that does not say peach. I need to put my glasses on.
Didn't she say she was nearsighted? Yada yada.
It was obvious she didn't need glasses. Soon after moving out to Krystles, she would stop wearing them. She didn't need glasses. And even though she was always trying to put Krystle down, she was always doing her best to emulate her.
I feel like everybody might have a tad bit of OCD, but I feel like some people are actually diagnosed with it. Like my girlfriend, she was diagnosed with OCD disorder.
What does OCD stand for again?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
So why did she say OCD disorder? So that's obsessive compulsive disorder. Well, I suppose I've got ADHD, ADHD.
What's that?
It means hyperfocus and 4K.
She was diagnosed with OCD disorder, and so was I, but in certain cases hers is worse, and in certain cases mine is a little worse. But
Again, there's no proof that she wasn't diagnosed with OCD disorder, so maybe I'm just being overly suspicious again. So let's see what symptoms she suffered from.
I'm sure you could tell I changed my makeup style because I did. I was having major, like, OCD with the other style I was doing. I kind of felt like it was uneven. And so one fact you can learn about me is that I do have OCD, so does my girlfriend, but we both have different OCD. So this is my little dance schedule. So every song that I do, I'm gonna write down. That is like way compulsive. Like, okay, we just got to the grocery store and I have my like store list all set out and stuff, but I can't help it. I'm like that with a lot of things. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Krystle does the laundry. I choose to put away my own clothes just because I'm like OCD. I will not have her put away my clothes. Not gonna happen. Because I have like an order. I do it. But I haven't put away my clothes in legit like a month.
Right, you be the mom.
I'll be the man.
Yeah.
Here's your clothes, Amber love. Where do you want them? I'll let you put them away because I know you're all OCD about it.
Oh yeah, just throw them on the floor. I'm just too busy writing fake disorders.
I am insanely OCD. All this right here, this part, is the jewelry that I plan on wearing tomorrow, which I planned a few nights ago. I mean, that's pretty pathetic that I have all that already planned. Like, it's so OCD. I'm sorry if this, like, annoys you guys that I'm so, like, OCD with the weather. And when I was younger, I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder. A lot of people joke about having OCD or being OCD with certain things, but it's not really something to joke about when someone really has it. I have quite a few OCDs. I have quite a few that I've dealt with and I was able to overcome. I learned how to do sign language, A, B, C, D, E, whatever. I don't need to do it all. I learned how to do that when I was, I think, 10 or 11, and after I learned how to do the ABCs in sign language, every time I would talk, or every time someone would talk around me, or every time I would think, or anything, like, just anytime there were words involved, I would have my hand hidden so no one could see it, and I would sign every single thing somebody would say, and I couldn't stop myself from doing it.
Amber, what are you doing? Nothing! Look, Amber, I can sign as well. This is bullshit. See the horns and the shit.
This started when I was probably 12. If I was just driving in the car, every time, because you know how you're driving and there's trees, and like sometimes the tree shadows are on the road. Like every time I saw a tree shadow, like at the beginning of the shadow, I would have to blink, and the end of the shadow, I would have to blink.
There's too many tree shadows. But I can be even quirkier. I can turn my eyelids inside out when I blink.
Congratulations, you've got OCD. D.
Sweet.
I have that obsessive side of me. Like, I was diagnosed with OCPD, which is obsessive compulsive personality disorder. I was diagnosed with that like 5 years ago, and it was just like a couple years ago I was diagnosed with actual OCD.
That clip there was from 2023. She said about 5 years before that clip, she'd been diagnosed with OCPD, so 2018. And she said she was diagnosed with OCD just a couple of years before that clip, so 2021, 2020, about then. But, like all liars, Amber forgot her lie. The signing thing is not OCD, lol. Who told you that, or did you just make it up? That's just a weird habit, but not every weird habit is linked to OCD. Therapist, when I was in an all-girls group home, I was only 11. So Amber was 11 when she was diagnosed. So when did these compulsions start? When she was 10, when she was 9, when she was even younger?
I started being like this in my teenage years around like 15, 16, but I feel it getting worse and worse. Like, I make lists of what I'm gonna wear, what day I'm gonna wear it. And I know it's OCD because I feel like I can't pack unless I'm doing that. It's kind of scary.
It's pretty clear from what we've seen already that Amber was copying Krystle as much as she could.
Some people are actually diagnosed with it, like my girlfriend. She was diagnosed with OCD disorder, and so was I.
If Amber actually had OCD, you'd think she'd have empathy for those who struggled like she struggled, wouldn't you?
Since I gave you guys an OCD thing that I do, I'm gonna tell you one that my girlfriend does. Are you guys ready for it? She washes her hands. She washes her hands. This is what I deal with. All we did was touch a bag of chips. We didn't even eat any. And she's washing her hands. Krystle, explain. Actually, no, this is for real.
Because I picked up a piece of the cheese.
You picked up a piece of cheese?
Cheese crumble.
So you touched a chip and you had to wash your hands.
Well, actually, I washed them in the kitchen and then I threw it away and then I washed them again.
Okay, I just lick my finger. That'd be it. That'd be done. I mean, she'll wash her hands after pretty much like anything that she does. And not only that, but if I'm cleaning the cat box or I'm feeding the cats or I'm doing something involving something kind of gross with my hands, she'll need to wash her hands.
Do you know why Krystle has to wash her hands when she sees Amber doing stuff like that? It's because she actually has OCD.
So, I'm not filming you wash your hands. She's so dramatic. Dramatic! Okay, so...
Funnily enough, Amber would actually go on to discover the cure for OCD.
It used to be actually a lot worse before I even met her. But, you know, it's nice to say that I was able to kind of, you know, cure some of her OCD things because now she has someone, you know, there for her and with her. Krystle has to go to the bathroom. Typical. Krystle's having a difficult time making the water work. Why are you so cute?
Turns out the cure for OCD was to just constantly mock the person. Well done, Amber.
But, she has a lot of other OCD things that she does. But those are just, that one was the first one that came to my head. And some of them, I don't know if she actually wants me to share. And I usually have the meats sitting here already because Krystle won't touch them. It's just some weird OCD thing that she has.
Krystle can't touch a piece of cheese. She can't look at Amber doing anything disgusting, otherwise it'll make her want to wash her hands. So it's a good thing one of Amber's chores was to clean the toilet. That was nice. I'll give Amber that. I am being harsh. I'll give you that, Amber. That was nice of you.
What is your favourite household chore? Least favourite? Favourite would be decorating / organising. Least favourite is probably cleaning the toilet. Krystle does it for me.
Never mind.
Having OCD, I feel the most ashamed of.
The copying Krystle's look and copying the OCD. At first, I was thinking, well, I understand that, because I remember being, 12, 13, and thinking, I wish I was as confident as Muhammad Ali. I used to love Muhammad Ali, still do. I used to think, I wish I could fight like Bruce Lee. Who else did I look up to? David Beckham. There was a little while I was a big fan of David Beckham. I wish I was as smart as Judge Judy. Love Judge Judy still. So at first I was like, I get it. I get trying to emulate somebody that you admire. Copy them. But like I said, I was 12, 13. Amber was an adult. Just making up lies. Amber's OCD was not the only diagnosis she would lie about.
I have ASMR.
In your early videos, you said you had ASMR. What did that mean?
I was trolling. Yeah. And then it's moments like this where I'm like, damn, I have to live with this, where people actually think that I'm a liar and I said I was diagnosed with ASMR.
Lie!
Couple things. In that clip, Amber said she was trolling. Back in that clip, she barely had any views. There was nobody to troll. She states in an Ask FM post that she has ASMR and says, so I watch videos on YouTube that will relax me. Again, this is April 2014. She barely had any viewers. In 2016, she states, I would flip through pages, do dishes, crinkle sounds, etc. Those are all noises people with ASMR enjoy. 2016, yeah, maybe she was trolling. She had enough people to troll then. So again, maybe I'm being overly suspicious. Maybe she was diagnosed with ASMR. But if that was true, why did she post this? Not many people know what ASMR is, which is shocking to me, but I have had it since I was a little girl. ASMR videos are great to watch if you are lucky enough to be diagnosed, like I am. She posted this to Tumblr in October of 2013. She didn't start YouTube till November of 2013. She posted this a month before. She doesn't have ASMR. She tried to convince the world, YouTube, that she'd been diagnosed with something that you can't be diagnosed with. And what's worse is that she tried to pass it off as trolling. You didn't have an audience to troll, you just tried to convince everybody you'd been diagnosed with something you can't be diagnosed with. Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, I think she is the stupidest person I've ever seen. But that's what lies do. They get caught out in a lie and then tell another lie. Amber, you obviously don't have ASMR. Oh, I was trolling. Fine. Okay, fine. It's pretty clear that by Amber saying she was trolling, she thinks that you lot, her audience, she thinks that you're all stupid.
That's a lie.
She is. She's a compulsive liar.
And I feel sorry for Krystle and Krystle's family that they have to deal with a freeloader like you. You're a worthless piece of trash. You're never going to lose weight because you're a cow. You live off of others. What you need to do is get a job and stop sitting on your ass all day and eating.
That comment was way out of line. How dare that person say that Amber was living off others? There's literally no proof of that anywhere. Oh wait, there's loads of proof. Where do you get your money from? You're always buying things in your videos on the weekends. If you have no job, how do you afford these things? I get money for groceries from Krystle's parents. Sometimes I do not spend it all, so I save it up and spend it when I can. The Ross haul was Krystle and her parents treating me. We all went and got a few new clothes. You don't make enough money from YouTube to support weekly shopping. It's from Krystle's disability check, isn't it? Krystle and I share money. She gets whatever money I get, and vice versa. Being in a relationship is about sharing what you have with the one you love. One day we will be married, sharing the same bank account, etc. Amber would admit in another Ask FM that it was Krystle's money paying for the groceries.
During your grocery hauls, you always say, I got this or I bought that. Do you buy the family groceries with your money or do Krystle's parents buy them? Krystle buys them with her money, but her and I are in a relationship, so it's we. Just like when I buy something with my money, it's her and I.
Krystle and I would do these exercises where I would like straight up like dance / exercise for over an hour. Sorry, I just got done like having like an asthma attack straight up. So we would do that for like over an hour and this would happen. And then, so I did see someone about it, like Krystle's parents took me and they paid for it. Like I'm very grateful. My girlfriend's parents ended up paying for me to go see a orthopedic, I think it was. I was losing a lot of weight and then all of a sudden our other scale broke and it discouraged me and I ended up gaining a lot of weight. And so they got me this one. I'm addicted to shopping, yes. I think it looks very splendid. Splendid, that makes sense. With all of my jewelry.
Oh, okay, so you share Krystle's money. We both share each other's money. In a relationship, you need to learn how to do that. Do you pay rent? I pay in ways that I can. I buy my own food. I pay for Krystle's food. I buy all of our hygiene products, etc. Since I moved in, her parents don't have to pay for any of that for their daughter anymore.
Krystle's parents seem like the most generous people I've ever seen. I don't think Amber realised just how good she had it. It's like they adopted her.
They wanted to take our picture, so here it is with that background. Aren't I a cutie? Okay, totally joking.
They give her a home, they pay for bills, they pay for groceries, they take her on holiday, they give her pocket money. I bet Amber was just nothing but nice to them.
You know how when people are like in an argument and they're like, blah, 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 I hate you, you know, it's happened with me. That's how I get sometimes. And I have argued with Krystle's parents before, I'm not gonna lie, it has happened, but in the midst of those arguments and at the end of those arguments, I break down and I cry and I tell Krystle's dad that he's like, you know, a father to me, so sorry, now I'm getting emotional again. I have come to terms that my mental illness does make me manipulate in ways. Yes, we have ups and downs, but doesn't anybody? Doesn't anybody? I mean, that's part of life.
I had to keep reminding myself that Amber wasn't a teenager when she was living here. She was a grown woman. She was in her early 20s. But she just acted like a kid.
If I did not know my age, if I woke up one day and I didn't know my age, I knew just what I looked like and how I acted, I would have to guess that I was around 17 because the circumstances how I live, I don't live on my own yet. I don't have a job yet. I don't drive yet. It's hard to believe that pretty soon I'm gonna be like 24 and then 25 because I am 23 if you guys don't know, so.
And there's dozens and dozens of more examples out there of Amber having things bought for her and being taken out for meals. This whole Krystle era is just Amber getting free stuff. It is. And despite arguing with people online for years about her not being a mooch, eventually she would admit it. People change. Oh yes, they do. I used to get over $1,400 a month from Krystle's parents doing absolutely nothing if I was to average everything out. I shopped all the time, went out to eat. Now I'm working, making my own money, living on my own. She wasn't. She was living with Destiny, but fine. And making responsible choices. Gracie. I'm not even the same person I was living with Krystle in that sense. Life isn't about money and materialistic things. Life is about love, happiness, and taking care of yourself and the ones you love. Yeah, I love shopping and going out to eat all the time, but actually having to pay for over 10 bills a month is damn hard. It makes you realise the importance of how to spend money. Long story short, Amber was a big old mooch. And if you were one of the people that were telling her she was and she was arguing with you, you were right. But don't expect an apology anytime soon. Maybe Krystle's parents were, I don't know, overly generous. I get it. When you first hear about how she was in foster care as a kid, you have plenty of sympathy. But then you realise that she's just been a spoiled brat her whole life, getting everything she wants. Now, if we go off what Amber says, then the bare minimum, actually I'll get it because I worked it out, the bare minimum that she got from Krystle's parents while in a relationship with Krystle, which lasted for 4 years, Amber would have been given $67,200. That's the minimum. That's not including gifts or vacations. Amber lived a very, very comfortable life while she was going out with Krystle. Too comfortable to make any changes.
And so we were searching, for an iPod for Krystle. And we got an iPod. So I'm actually giving Krystle my iPod, which was a lot more expensive than this one. So I'm just gonna take the cheaper one because it is skinnier. And yeah, it's 160 gig. I've always wanted 160 gig. The one I currently have is an 80 gig.
Amber was given absolutely everything by Krystle's parents. So you'd think that she'd want to pay them back, pull her own weight.
So as most of you know, Krystle and I do not have a car, we don't have transportation, we don't have jobs.
I keep forgetting that in the mid-20s, yeah, they're acting like teenagers. being that age and acting like a kid. Mom! Mom!
And I'm looking at, getting a job soon. And Krystle already has income, so I guess that is a job in a way. But she doesn't have a car, so she'll be the driver while I work. I know there's surgeries, but guess what? I have no money, I have no income, I have no job, I have no insurance. I don't have anything. But no, I do not currently have a job. I made a whole video about this, that I do not have transportation.
Actually, Amber, you do have transportation. They're called legs.
I really, really, truly want a job, but I cannot get one because I do not have a car, I do not have a license, and I do not have transportation. And unfortunately, where I live, they do not have buses.
No buses, doesn't drive, fine, that's fine. What about a stay-at-home job?
Work at home jobs I would not be able to do because the internet on my laptop is horrific and my laptop is very slow. Jobs wouldn't approve me anyways for that. I've tried before and most of them you have to pay, and my girlfriend's parents already told me that they're not willing to do that because they have seen a lot of scams.
She couldn't work from home because her laptop was too slow. If only she had money to pay for a new laptop. And something about scams. I don't know.
I want to help with bills, help with food. I want to be able to go with my girlfriend on dates. I want to be able to, give money to her parents.
She was always adding to the list of reasons why she couldn't get a job. When are you getting a job? When I get my ID, Krystle gets her license, I lose more weight, Krystle's parents are ready for Krystle to be driving on her own, and for them to be ready for me to get a job, and a company actually hires me, and for them to be ready for me to get a job, and for them to be ready. Huh?
So yeah, and also aside from talking about all that, they were talking about my weight and how, getting a job and standing on my feet all day is gonna hurt me. So I need to lose more weight. Krystle's dad really, 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 truly wants me to get to 250 pounds and he really believes in me.
Amber, you're 23. What's Krystle's dad got to do with you getting a job? Like, if the dad said, jump off a bridge, would you?
One of the other excuses why she couldn't get a job was because of fear.
I'm terrified of cars and driving, and I don't think I'll ever drive in my life. That's just my thing. So thankfully I have Krystle, right? And I've already have this really big fear of car crashes because of a few crashes I was in when I was younger, so.
I have been in 2 car accidents in my life and they both have affected me. I wasn't the one driving, clearly. Not only that, but if I ever did drive, yeah, I'd probably trust myself behind the wheel after lots of practice, and I am more than positive I'd be good at it. But I don't trust other drivers. Driving is such a weird concept to me. I'm beyond nervous enough when Krystle drives. Amber being nervous in the passenger seat. No, I think it's the opposite. Thankfully for Amber though, she could depend on Krystle to try and improve her life and get a driving license.
Krystle will possibly be having a car on Saturday. Like, do you think your parents are gonna let us, like, drive?
Yeah.
Well, you have to practice driving first. You don't even know how yet. Well, you know how, but you don't have your license.
I have to practice.
You have to practice. You have to talk louder so everyone can hear you. Smokey? Tomorrow I have to wake up early yet again because, Krystle wants to drive her car. Her parents want to go earlier. Yes, her parents have to come. You know, it's like a freedom thing, and we're gonna be independent soon, and this and that, and I'm just so freaking excited for this. Like, Krystle took her driver's test. She passed. She got her license. I'm like so excited. I feel like screaming. I like just want to let it out. I feel so free now. Tell everybody it.
When we did see Amber driving on camera, because Krystle encouraged her to, Amber seemed to really enjoy it.
I'm actually moving the car. Moving the place.
Are you just going in circles?
I need to pay attention. It was her idea for me to drive anyhow because she honestly thinks I need to grow up, learn how to drive, and that's what she's teaching me, and I'm so grateful for this. It's like shocking and overwhelming that I'm doing this, but it's like so much fun, and I really see myself getting a license in the future because I like to drive. Are you going to get your driver's license now? No, I'm not. I'm not. Thank God for the good old Uber.
Can you answer me this? If you lose the weight and get down to a size where you can do things, would you?
What do you mean by do things, though, first of all?
I'm talking about driving.
I can drive now.
It's because, Amberlynn, I'm thinking in my head, have you ever drove a car?
Yeah, when I was with Krystle, I did.
How'd that go?
I fit.
Why?
Oh yeah, you guys are probably wondering why I'm not wearing a seatbelt. The seatbelt, like, thing is, like, digging into my leg. So I didn't even try to use it. Just fine.
I'm not talking about size.
No, I can't drive a car because of my anxiety.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I've been telling you to get that worked on too.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Amber's never had car anxiety. She never had it then. She doesn't have it now. You've all seen the clip of her dancing to the child's grave. She doesn't have car anxiety. It's nonsense. It's just another lie to get out of having to put some effort in. It's obvious that Amber just wasn't interested in improving her life. When she was with Krystle, everything was just too comfortable. She was never going to learn to drive. She was never going to get a job. She only applied for jobs after they'd broken up, and she had to apply for jobs. And even then, Krystle was taking her to apply for the jobs.
I filled out some applications to try to get a job. I called around trying to see if they even got the application. I called Walmart and I'm not even in their system. And I'm like, what? They want me to go to Walmart to fill out the application, I guess. We're on our way to go do that. The whole situation took me over 3 hours.
How did it take 3 hours to do the application? Did you have to memorize everything that was in the store? Aisle 5, hot Cheetos.
There was a girl in there who said that she didn't get called back for a whole year.
Amber had every excuse under the sun. No work experience, no transportation, had to lose weight. The dad wanted her to lose a certain amount of weight, a slow laptop. I think that's my favourite. I like that, a slow laptop. But the truth is, Amber had no desire to help out with bills or ever get a job. She got paid $1,400 a month to do feck all. Now, I know I've gone on about Amber not having a job, but to be fair to her, you know what I'm doing when I do that, but to be fair to Amber, she did pull her weight around the house.
I really hate doing this. For some reason, it like creeps me out, but I hate when things are messy. I probably shouldn't speak though. My room, holy, it's a mess right now. Krystle's just putting away some dishes. This is Krystle's chore. My chore is the washing part.
What laundry detergent do you use? I'm not sure. I don't do my laundry. Krystle and I split chores down the middle, and one of hers is laundry. She does everyone's laundry in the house, actually.
Laundry is her chore per se. Mine is like dishes and feeding the animals and stuff like that. So I just did the dishes, and Krystle's now drying them and putting them away, and that's how it goes. I do them, she dries them.
One of Amber's chores was to do the dishes, but every time she would show us one of her meals, she would be eating off paper plates. And when Amber couldn't use paper plates and had to use actual dishes,
Krystle's over here doing the dishes for me, and I just want to say thank you. Honestly, you guys have no idea. I appreciate her help so much because, like, she doesn't like doing the dishes. There's a lot of, you know, kind of people who don't like touching dishes and stuff. Ooh, something's burning in my eye. Oh my god, Krystle, I touched black pepper. What I was trying to say was, I just appreciate Krystle so much because there's a lot of different types of people who don't really care for touching dishes, and she's been helping me a lot lately, so. Okay, I'm better now. That was so stupid, that's all I can say. Oh, I just showed Krystle. Krystle helping me with the dishes. Did you say? I still have pineapple crumbs on it still. Whoops.
now I can't tell if Amber's doing what Jimmy does, where he pretends to do the dishes badly. So Mrs. Bunker, well, Krystle in this case, just says, fine, I'll do them, give them a, I'll do them.
Krystle always does the dishes for me. I cook and she cleans. It's like a perfect process. She used to never do the dishes, but now she does.
Ah, poor Krystle. OCD is so bad. She couldn't even touch a bit of cheese without having to constantly wash her hands. And now Amber's making her do all the dishes. Real empath.
So it goes from, I always do the dishes, to Krystle helps me sometimes, to Krystle does the dishes. Amber's other chore was to take care of the animals.
Monkey! No! You're gonna get hurt. Come on. Let me get you. Let me try to get you. I have a table on the way. Come on.
No.
Oh! Monkey legit just fell out of my hands, just like he owned the place.
My dog was safer on that fence, away from Amber. Ugh.
He used to be able to hop this fence and higher fences, but he gained a lot of weight, so he can't now.
Now he's spinning it around. Oh my god.
At least she walked, Monkey, so I'll give her that.
Lie, lie.
He's about to go in the snow. All right, let's go.
All right, I'll clean up.
Hold on. Don't get us strangled. Don't worry.
Ah, never mind. Monkey was her dog. She said it was her dog, so she must have had a bloody good reason for not walking that dog.
The reason why they didn't want me to do it is because I don't have a jacket. I don't have a jacket or coat. I do have one. For some reason, the material of it makes me itch and stuff. Very strange.
$1,400 a month. Wow. If only she had enough money to buy a new coat.
Monkey was morbidly obese, and it's not hard to see why.
So this is Monkey's favorite treat. It's like a pig ear, but it's peanut butter. Come on. Look at him run, like I'm gonna take it from him. What are you doing, Monk? You know you're about to get something, don't you? I usually just give him 2 of these tiny little bones. I throw it into the living room. Look at him. Okay, go get it. And then it spares us some time so we can just book it out the house. I got Monkey, my dog, Porthouse flavor, like a little treat. What's it called? Treat. I got Monkey another treat. Good boys!
See, Amber has a choice what she puts in her body. More of a choice than the dog. The dog has no choice. You have to take responsibility and not give your dog rubbish. He's just going to eat what you give him, isn't he? He can't even breathe. The poor thing.
I treat my animals as if they're my children. I absolutely love my pets more than anything. A lot of people think they know about my dog when they don't. My dog Monkey is, yes, overweight, obese, but he's happy and he's healthy. She was like, "You're healthy, but you are obese."
Amber was 100% abusing that dog. It was obese. Its joints would have been killing. It didn't move like a dog should move.
We've actually taken him to the vet quite a few times because before we got him, he got fixed. And the vet did say that our dog will be gaining weight because he did get fixed. And they said that it is completely normal. I'm in no way abusing my dog, and that really hurts when someone thinks that. I'm abusing my dog just because he's obese.
There's no way Amber should have been responsible for a dog. She shouldn't be in charge of a Tamagotchi. Never mind a bloody dog.
Just because my dog is obese, there are such worse problems out there. Like, as for his walks, he goes on a walk daily, and his walks actually are about 40 minutes long. But I'm not the one who takes him on his walks. That would be Krystle's mother. That's just something we've all adapted to.
So we've adapted means Krystle's mom's doing it. She's got 2 jobs, 2 chores. Dishes, missed my finger there. Dishes and walk the dog. And she's adapted to not doing either.
He's completely normal, just obese, and that is mainly from him getting fixed, because that happens to a lot of beagles. And for you guys all just to know, Monkey is only 11 pounds overweight. So it's not like he is 30 pounds overweight. He is not abused in any way.
Only 11 pounds overweight. I looked it up, and the average weight of a male beagle was 20 to 30 pounds. So that could have been like half Monkey's weight. Only 11 pounds. It's half its body weight. It's like me putting on an extra 110 pounds of fat or whatever it is. Again, I don't want to be mean, but Amber's just too stupid to be in charge of an animal. Stupidity affecting yourself, that's one thing. But when it negatively affects another innocent living thing, that's not okay.
It's actually known that beagles, that they're like 15 pounds overweight, just naturally, more than any other dog breed. That's just how it is and how it's gonna be. He is a happy, overweight dog by 11 pounds. Ooh, that's so bad.
She's absolutely awful. She shows no concern whatsoever for her pets. She's horrible.
Ooh, that's so bad.
It's actually quite shocking that a human being can have such little understanding and sympathy for another living thing.
I honestly have rarely seen a dog at a healthy weight. I normally see dogs that are underweight or overweight. And by 10 pounds, honestly, the vet honestly said that it was gonna be like 15. So the fact that it's not, I'm happy about that.
She's treating the dog's health journey like she treats her own. It could have been worse, so I'm happy.
And just because my dog is 11 pounds overweight does not make me an abuser. People are making fun of you. They think you're obese. Yes, you are obese. But you're not the biggest dog in the world, are you?
You know who's not happy? Your dog. Your dog's heart. Your dog's joints. Your dog's lungs. I'm not happy. Every normal person watching this isn't happy. Amber's Chihuahua Twinkie would also fall victim to Amber's abuse. Overfed, not taken care of, nails going long again, not taken on walks. It's quite sad, actually, seeing another dog running around like a dog should, and Twinkie's almost stationary.
You want to play with my Twinkie store? Oh my gosh. This is what they always do. I treat my animals as if they're my children. I absolutely love my pets more than anything. Krystle and I are at this frozen yogurt place called Crave. I'm not showing you.
Though Amber was aware of Krystle's social anxiety, she didn't care how it would make her feel when she would constantly put a camera in her face. Didn't care one bit.
When I was with Krystle, she also did not want to be on camera, so I did all my videos by myself. She's ordering right now and she doesn't know I'm recording her. She's so cute. Huh? What'd you do? Okay.
Stop filming this.
When I was with Krystle, she also did not want to be on camera, so I did all my videos by myself.
Are you sure this isn't like the start of a horror movie? This feels very found footage of a serial killer.
I'm gonna try to scare Krystle. Damn it! I'm gonna try to scare Krystle. Why doesn't it work? And then she scares me and I scream.
Krystle couldn't even walk around her own house without being filmed and screamed at. And it wasn't just a couple of times trying to be funny, it was constant. It was constant.
Look at my blanket hole. Poor thing. I gotta sew that. Well, yeah, I'm filming. Alright.
Krystle couldn't even go to the bathroom and have a bit of peace.
I was hoping you were on the toilet.
God, it must be like living with the Joker.
So the first clips, Krystle was in the bathroom. She went pee. TMI, but she needed more toilet paper. So she yelled at me to get her some. And I filmed her without her knowing. And that's what that was. I had to edit it a lot because she showed some thigh and stuff. And she didn't want that in there.
She's absolutely clueless how constantly filming Krystle makes her feel. It just doesn't go in. And the only time she ever has a problem with filming without permission is when it happens to her.
As you guys know, someone in public took a photo of me without me knowing and then took a really creepy, weird video of me. It makes me uncomfy and I'm going to like stand by that.
Maybe I'd have a bit more sympathy for her if she didn't do things like this.
No, I wish.
What's so funny?
This is Amber's girlfriend. She'd been with her over 3 years at this point, and she can't hear in her voice. And she really doesn't want to be filmed. She just didn't have any understanding of boundaries. Just nothing there again. And she didn't understand how annoying she can be.
Krystle, what are you doing? What? Are you on a boat?
That's what I did.
Krystle.
Y'all got the bag?
Krystle. Say hi. Krystle.
Every now and again, though, Krystle would, in her own way, stand up for herself, which was nice to see.
Krystle! What? Say hi.
Okay.
Say hi. Say hi. See, I wouldn't mind it. Like, I like to film. You're not. Okay, that's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. Do you film Krystle on the toilet? That's embarrassing.
Krystle's privacy would be invaded more than just being filmed when she didn't want it.
So Krystle has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Something's been going on with her throat. Krystle has a really serious appointment we're going to. Krystle found a lump in her breast, and not only that, but it was in some serious pain, and it swelled a lot. I know this is TMI, but she has an appointment on Wednesday, and I just want you guys to keep her in your prayers. And obviously cancer is on the mind because, I mean, that's just where your head goes. Krystle has an appointment for her boob. I told you guys about that in a recent video. They found something in her boob. She doesn't want me to say. I'm nervous because any surgery, if your loved one is getting surgery, it's something that's nerve-wracking. Krystle's about to be seen. What do they call these things? Gowns? Oh, baby. How do you feel? You feel hot? My question is, why put windows here when people are getting naked?
Can you read that top box for us? That box.
Wait a minute, Krystle has titty fungus. LMAO, now that's pretty funny. She has benign. Seriously, get a life. You're showing more immaturity as the minutes pass. It's the most pathetic thing I've ever witnessed. Lol.
What's benign?
What's benign?
Now I'm asking you, what is benign? She says Krystle has benign.
Did you think benign's a thing?
Yeah. Krystle has benign.
Benign what?
They're actually going to go down Krystle's digestive system, put her on anesthesia, and yeah, so we have to make an appointment for that. Today's the day Krystle gets her procedure. The few things I can tell you, just to make it short, is that she's being put to sleep.
Oh god, Krystle's getting put to sleep. Should have just sent her to a farm with a nice family.
She had to sign some scary ass paper, like if she loses blood, can they give her blood? If she's in vegetable state, can she go on life support? Just really scary stuff, and I'm extremely worried. I cried the other day. I'm a very worried person, and I'm paranoid over nothing probably, but I'm scared for her. Today's the day. It's finally here. I just wanted to get it over with. I hope she's okay. So we're in the car now. Krystle's procedure's done. Her esophagus, I guess, is inflamed. And the reason why I'm getting emotional is because, like, I'm nervous that it's gonna, like, turn into cancer. Oh, God, I'm just so, like, I'm just not happy about this. I'm gonna hope for the best. That's all I can do. But they gave her a parting gift. Flowers. Krystle, have you ever had flowers before? She's in the back seat. I'm not in a good mood. I'm very sad. I'm trying to be strong for Krystle.
The medicine, because I've been having this. It's been like, what are you doing?
I'm convinced more than ever that Amber is a sociopath. I'm convinced. Oh, it might be cancer. Ha ha ha! I'm filming you. It's all within the same clip. She's a terrible actress. I found one Instagram post. Was it Instagram? Yeah. I found one Instagram post where she's at a funeral and she puts on #sad. Maybe that's a normal thing people do. To me, it seems absolutely nuts. #sad. To me, that's nuts. And underneath it, she put #motivation to lose more weight. Anyway, the Krystle stuff is just a nice excuse for Amber to try and get a bit of sympathy out of her audience.
I forgot to mention to you guys, Krystle did get a biopsy, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's going to check for like cancers.
If Krystle didn't want to be filmed doing mundane tasks, then she definitely didn't want to have her medical information posted online. She shared absolutely everything about Krystle online. She even shared her insides online.
Right here is extremely swollen, like this part and that part. You can just tell, like that big like circle thing. This is pretty serious, and you know, she's trying her hardest to make changes. She's taking her medicine and all that type of stuff. So we just got out of her appointment, and do you mind if I tell them? What does that mean?
Said no.
No, like you don't mind? It turns out that Krystle actually has an ulcer on her esophagus, and we never knew this. I just got done crying because I know ulcers like don't kill you per se. It just makes me really sad, and it makes me want to sue the place. If something like that is happening to somebody, you need to tell them, like, why weren't we told this? I mean, I'm grateful we know this, but it's like I wish we would have found this out months ago, so we could be used to the feeling, and it's absolutely devastating. She's being strong over here. She didn't cry once. I'm over here crying about it. Like, I'm weak sometimes when it comes to people I care about. Just cherish your lives. Really do. Don't take anything for granted, because you never know what could happen.
She knows in the moment she's supposed to feel like the normal human thing is to be scared and upset. So she's doing her best to convey it, but she's a terrible actress, and I'm not buying any of it. She shared a poem that she wrote for Krystle at the time. It's not very good.
Can you read this? It's a poem Amber wrote for Krystle.
Mm-hmm. Erotic symphony.
Erotic symphony.
Should I read it erotically? When you kiss the river with a sweet scent, and your heart explodes with the never-ending red, do you understand the automatic string you pull me to bed? My knees buckle, my insides melt, a romantic pile of longing caresses. A romantic pile. The inside of my chest and runs itself down my nude back. Infinity more than less. A touch so gentle, a kiss so strong, fill the clouds with undeniable ecstasy. Online the moon with constant fantasy. Classy temperatures erode the storm, carefully plastering love's once worn. So many layers, a body so beautiful, silky. Long untouched hair drapes your face with one loud loving tune. Tempting me again, red lick lips. Pleasured soft round hips. That's pretty good. Tempting me again, red lick lips. Pleasured soft round hips. Can this magical stream be compared to a rare dove? How could a stream be a dove? Upon breaking the silence with its one special love. Satisfying the spirit, the body of thee. Fascinating thoughts on a forever erotic symphony. That's pretty good. I'll give that a 4 out of 10. You've just put dove in there because it rhymes with love. Is that about...
Krystle.
Is about... There's lots of water in river metaphors.
Oh, yeah. I thought that, yeah.
So is it actually a poem about...
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, it must be, yeah.
Squirting.
Okay, let's get real. I can be a biatch. No, I'm joking. I don't want you guys to think that about me. But I'm a very, very opinionated. Sometimes it does get me in trouble, and I do speak my mind.
I can't imagine how it felt for Krystle having to live in the same house as Amber. Even if you ignore all the filming that Krystle didn't want, just being around Amber's attitude, personality, it seems exhausting. In Amber's own words, she's been a bully. And she's never changed.
Tell about the most memorable misbehaviours you did in your whole life. I answered this in a recent question. I've done a lot of bad things in my life. Trust me, the first bad thing that I remember doing was bullying a girl in 2nd grade. I broke her glasses. How did you bully people? Why did you do it? Sometimes I would say mean things to people online. This was years ago. Sometimes I would bully younger people in school. I think I did it because I was bullied. I wanted to retaliate. It's sad. I would never do something like that now. You must feel so sick for all the bad you did to those poor hearts you bullied. I hope you feel what they felt and much more. I hate bullies. My sister committed suicide because of people like you. How can you ever forgive yourself? I was 12 when I was a bully. I never bullied anyone since, so it was more so me being immature. That was 11 years ago. All children become a little rude when given the chance. No one is perfect. When I turned 13, I changed automatically without having to think about it, because I'm not a bully. I'm the victim. My whole life I have been bullied beyond belief. You'd be surprised.
Her hair's so pretty. Her hair never used to be this long, but she copies me. That's okay. I'm joking. Her hair really is pretty though. Nice and thin. She doesn't have to... Like a good thin. You should see her face. Aw, can I show your lips? No. But, did you? Not really. Do you guys ever notice that Krystle has a lazy eye? Isn't it the cutest little thing you've ever seen? Krystle, stop reading porn! Gosh, she reads porn all the time! Wait. I just want to show them! It's actually a book by Sandra Brown. Isn't that like the craziest thing? You can go from like super angry to like super happy in like 2 seconds. Yeah, I legit just sounded psycho saying that. It's true, like, I was just in a really upset mood about something and now I feel so much better.
I think what it is as well is Amber doesn't have any hobbies the same way Krystle does. Krystle likes playing her games and she's got stuff to do. Amber's got nothing. I think she's just bored. I think she just gets really bored waiting to go out with Krystle to do something with her. So she just messes with her, just for a laugh.
Is it recording?
No.
So back in the day, don't lie.
It's not recording?
Back in the day. What the fuck? Cut that out. I don't want to be shown. Delete that.
Oh my god, I'm recording. I was never recording! I think I'm gonna ask my girlfriend to make the tea for me. That'd be nice of her, huh? This is where you'll be when I ask her. She doesn't like being on camera, so I have no idea whatsoever what is taking her so long. Maybe I should just make the tea myself. I actually think she's up there folding clothes. Krystle, can you make me a tea? And make it warm, leave it warm. Okay, so this is the side of Krystle. She doesn't want her face shown. Don't ask. So are you gonna make me the tea? She just shook her head no. You should make me the tea, but keep it warm. Which one what?
Tea do you want?
Chai. See, isn't she nice? So here I am. With the warm tea.
Don't say thank you to me.
You know. Thank you.
No,
She's
I
making
did
hers.
everything wrong.
Oh, I can't show you it. Oh, yeah, I can. That's hers if you can see it.
Why don't you tell them
I'm
I
filming.
did everything wrong?
I don't know why she brings up stuff like this.
Because it's the truth.
I was trying to end my video in a good way. No, I was joking with her because she put the tea in, or the sugar in. Like, I normally put the sugar in with the tea bag, but she did it, like, after the tea bag, so I thought it was funny. Anyways.
Amber, as a British man who doesn't really drink tea, You're making tea wrong. Krystle's doing it right. You're the one getting it wrong. It sounds like Krystle's used to hearing Amber saying, you did that wrong, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. Amber can't speak properly. She can't sleep properly. She can't even breathe properly. And she's got the nerve to criticise Krystle. It was doing her a favour. Krystle was making efforts to improve her life. She was going to the gym, she was eating healthier foods, she passed the test. Amber, as a girlfriend, should have been proud of her.
I feel like today I was pretty grumpy. Krystle's heart beats faster than mine, just even sitting down. So she burns a lot more calories than me when we do the exact same thing. It was kind of hard for me to accept. I know that sounds bad, but I was like, I'm bigger than you. I should be burning more calories. She burnt, I think, like 80 more calories than me, and we were doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. And her heart does beat faster than mine, so that has to be the reason why. Krystle's shirt. Look how skinny she is. You don't need to lose weight, girl. She was telling me that she already wants to lower her calories because she stayed the same 2 days in a row. She said that if she stays the same again tomorrow, she's really gonna think about changing her calories to eating less. I try to explain to her she doesn't need to lose weight every single day. Just because you stay the same, even if you stay the same for 5 days in a row, that does not mean you need to lower your calories yet. There are a lot of studies proving that the more you eat, the less, or the more you eat, the more you'll lose weight. Sorry.
If you're struggling to lose weight, increase your calories.
Is that how it works? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have just been living on vitamin C tablets. I just want to be thin.
Once you get stuck in a plateau at that really low amount of calories, if you eat more, you'll lose weight. I know so many people that it's happened to, and I tell them, up your calories. I swear to God, up your calories by 400 and see what happens, and they lose weight.
She can't be this stupid. I refuse to believe even Amber is this stupid. The only thing I can think of is that she's trying to sabotage Krystle out of jealousy. It's the only thing I've got, because I don't want to live in a world where somebody's this stupid.
So when my girlfriend told me that she wants to lower her calories already, only on day 5 of our weight loss journey this year, I was shocked. I don't want her to do it. I really truly don't. I do not want her to lower her calories, and I don't want her to feel discouraged. And, I stayed the same too, and now she knows it watching this. I didn't lose any weight. Krystle's telling me I'm sniveling. I think I'm being a grumpy monster because I'm tired. But that's what happens when you don't sleep.
She's an adult here. She's 23, 24. She's not a toddler. She's grumpy when she's tired.
Okay, so we started eating the taquitos. I honestly like them, but Krystle didn't care for them too much, so Krystle's becoming a little picky thing, and I get pretty grouchy with her, and I know I shouldn't. I know. I shouldn't be like that, but I get upset when she doesn't like something that I cooked or even just warmed up. I shouldn't be like that. And then when I get upset about something, I don't know how to control my emotions.
She gets grouchy when Krystle doesn't like the food she makes or heats up.
Sometimes I leave a lot bottled in, and it creates me to kind of explode. Normally I explode in a negative way and I get kind of harsh.
When she gets upset, she doesn't know how to control her emotions. Krystle's the one who's having to deal with all this. She explodes in a negative way and gets harsh. And it doesn't matter if this is a man or a woman saying this. Is that not really worrying to hear? When you hear somebody say that, especially Amber with everything we've seen around Krystle, who's just so shy and timid, that's alarm bells for me. Amber just sounds absolutely bonkers. She does. Amber's known for being a liar, and with good reason.
I should have used the word coerced.
But there's still things that Amber has not yet admitted to lying about.
I just woke up to hell. We don't really know how it happened, but we're guessing our cat Smokey went up on our cabinet and threw down a bunch of bags for our dog Monkey to get.
She just watched Ocean's 11 or something, because the animals did a heist.
That makes sense. But he also got our fruit, like, bowl thing, like fruit holder. He ate, are you ready for this? 3 full bananas with the peels on. He ate the peels and the banana, all 3.
Well, his name is Monkey.
You could be like, okay, well, at least he's being healthy. No, it gets worse. My girlfriend's mom yesterday went to the grocery store for herself and got these, like, caramel rice cakes. This is a rice cake with caramel on it. So just, like, satisfying and filling. The bag had never been opened. He ate every single one. And I want to say there's about 12 in the bag. You could be like, okay, at least that wasn't the worst thing he could eat. It gets worse than that. Her mom also bought the, I'm sure you guys know what, like, Chex Mix is. I guess there was, like, a new kind. It was, like, hot and spicy sriracha. I put sriracha. I am obsessed. Monkey ate the whole bag. It gets worse. He might have stopped eating there, but I came downstairs to literally like 10 piles of poop.
I don't think we can blame that one on Amber.
I lost control of my bowels and I pooped my pants.
Oh, okay.
Who knows, maybe Amber did eat all the food when she turned into the Binge monster. Just forgot it, like the Hulk.
He did jump up on the counter to get these things.
We might never know if that's a lie, but maybe Monkey, who was about half its own body weight overweight, maybe Monkey leapt up onto the counter.
Monkey's sitting right here, knowing I'm talking about him. I'm very upset with you, Monkey.
Just admit it, you ate the food.
I think more than likely Amber ate all the food. Every time somebody discovers Amber for the first time, they do what I did. Oh, I bet she's not that bad. I bet this is just the internet being the internet. Everyone's just being mean for no reason. And then you watch a bit more of her, and you think, ugh, oh God, I defended her.
So Krystle's dad bought my favorite ice cream in the whole entire world. I had this like surge just like go through me. It was really scary. It was one of my binging like surges. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna eat it, and not only am I gonna eat that, but I already had other things in my head that I was gonna eat. And I told Krystle, I was like, okay, so this is what I want to do. I'm just like, screw it. It was almost as if Amberlynn left my body and binging Amberlynn came in my body. But I remember after the binge, Becky was like, you're really mean to me because I kept saying no. And I was like, I don't even remember that. Destiny will try to help me. Say I'm eating some ice cream or something. She will look at me and say, Amberlynn, you do not need that. And I will get mad at her. And it also happened with my ex-girlfriend, Krystle. Do you get what I mean? And I just feel bad, and it's like, it was really scary. This used to happen to me all the time. It hasn't happened to me in like, I don't know, just like a couple of days. When I told Krystle, she had a look on her face like, normally she doesn't speak up when it comes to when I'm like so like hardcore like wanting to eat, because when this happens she needs to stay away from me or she's gonna get it. Okay, that sounded bad.
People do things and say things that they don't mean when they're angry. I'm not saying it's right because it's not. I constantly say horrible things when I'm angry at someone. I then later regret it. Words hurt worse than fists do, but we all seem to never speak upon that kind of violence. I'm one of them because my honest opinion is never be with someone who abuses you all the time. I'm not saying physical violence is okay, but people do slip. A push, a shove, a scratch. If it happens once or twice, it's something you'll always remember, but it's something that just happened. It doesn't make you an abuser. But if it constantly happens, Don't allow yourself to be in that situation. No one deserves it. Casey told us that Amber admitted to him that she hit Krystle once.
I mean, I even sent her a message, God, maybe 5-6 years ago when she was with Krystle, saying, I hope you don't do to Krystle what she does to me. I wish I never deleted that message, because in that message she admitted she hit Krystle once. I wish I never deleted that, but it made me so sad. She hit Krystle, yes, she admitted it to me that she hit her once, and I wish I never deleted that message.
It sounds very much like Amber is trying to justify the fact that she's hit Krystle, and that once or twice doesn't make her an abuser, but it does. She is an abuser.
She looked at me this time and she's like, no, let's not eat it tonight. I don't know what it is, but normally when she says that to me, that's when she gets it. And I'm like, I get mad at her. Like, why? And when I say she gets it, I mean, like, I'm like rude to her. Like, it's not a good look. It's not okay. And that's why she rarely does speak up. Oh, I never, ever physically abused Krystle. I feel like, honestly, my relationship with her was the calmest, most kindest, most gentle relationship I have ever been in, hands down. There was never any, like, ill with her. Everything was just beautiful, honestly.
I'm not the one telling you that Amber is an awful person. Well, I mean, I am. But Amber's telling you, Amber's telling us, I'm just repeating it back. Amber's telling you what she's like. She sounds horrible. I understand people support her at first, but after you watch her and you learn about her, and if you still support her, what's wrong with you? I'm convinced that she wasn't just verbally abusive towards Krystle, which she's already admitted to being verbally abusive, if you listen to what she says. But I think she was physically abusive towards her as well. I'm convinced that she hit Krystle. I wouldn't be shocked if Krystle came out one day and said, yeah, she was physically abusive. I mean, I'd be shocked 'cause I know she's shy and she probably wouldn't come out and say that. But if she said the words, it wouldn't shock me. If you've watched all this video so far and you felt no sympathy or no empathy towards Krystle, then you're as insane as Amber is. I can't believe Amber filmed all this abuse and put it online. And it is abuse.
What'd you just say?
I'm done. Oh God.
Head massage. How's that feel?
Are you done?
What? Why? No. Krystle wants to delete my videos. Why do you always want to delete my stuff? Take your socks and go elsewhere. That was like the weirdest segment I've ever. Babe, I won't put anything.
Let me see it.
How on earth Krystle lasted as long as she did going out with Amber, I'll never know. Thankfully though, she would eventually stand up to Amber, and I've never been prouder of somebody I've never met before.
About a month ago, I was having some troubles in my relationship. Krystle and I were having like a little issue. We were trying to work it out for about 2 weeks, and on April 1st, we decided to break up. I never felt so heartbroken in my life because I love Krystle more than I have ever loved anybody in my whole life. She feels like she'll be with me again one day. It's complicated. It's a very confusing situation because I'm still living with her. First thought that a lot of people thought was that I'd be moving, and a lot of people cried because they didn't want me to move, and eye-opening how much people care for me here and how I'm loved and wanted, and I was in this relationship thinking we'd be together forever because that's what we'd say. And something changed. Krystle really is my everything, and now, like, she's not my girlfriend, she's my best friend. And there's so many times where I look at her and I just want to hold her and hug her and tell her how much I love her.
Amber wanted to hug and kiss Krystle after they'd broken up, but why wasn't she more like that when they were going out? Instead of constantly putting her down and filming her on the toilet. And unsurprisingly, after some time had passed, Amber convinced herself that the breakup had nothing to do with her.
Krystle and I were together for 3.5 years. The first 2 years were amazing. The first year was even more amazing. She told me that for a whole year, she wasn't in love with me and she was trying to protect my feelings.
It's no coincidence that the year Amber started YouTube, Krystle fell out of love with her.
Do you still share a bed? Is it hard? We do share a bed. I don't see any reason why Krystle needs to buy a new bed. Friends sleep together all the time.
It was her decision to want to continue sleeping in the same bed. I'm not the rule maker here. I was ready to create my own room, and she didn't want that, and neither did I. If she wants space and privacy, she can have it. I don't make her be around me. She chooses to do so. That is simply not true.
And we're even still sharing the same bed. I know a lot of you are gonna be like, what? It's very much an attachment thing. I have really bad anxiety. I have attachment issues. Destiny doesn't mind it. Do you and Becky still sleep in the same bed? We do.
Amber made her ex-girlfriend sleep in the same bed. Me and Mr. Snowflake don't even sleep in the same bed. He snores.
Once Krystle broke up with me after 4 years of living in Virginia, after some time went on, like, her parents were like, we don't want you to move. Krystle was like, we don't want you to move. We want you to stay here. I didn't want to leave, but a couple months later, I was like, I can't just keep living here. I felt bad about it. I ended up going to Pensacola, Florida to live with Destiny, where I got a job.
One of the most shocking things is that even after they broke up, Amber was still sharing personal stuff about Krystle.
She was having some confusing thoughts, and some of them I shared with YouTube, just kind of about our relationship and stuff. And we tried to fix it, and we really couldn't. I was her first relationship, so she was just, I think she needed to experiment more, venture out. She was confused and this and that, so we broke up.
Even after Amber had moved out, she continued to mooch off of Krystle's family. Will you still have the family plan on your phone when you leave Krystle's family home? No.
Destiny and I are getting our own phone plan with Verizon. The phone that I'm currently using right now is the one that Krystle's parents are still paying for. So they have been paying it for the last 3 months.
Amber and Krystle stayed friends after they broke up. Though they were no longer dating, Amber would involve herself in Krystle's love life, so to speak, by introducing her to Nina.
Later tonight, Krystle and my friend, I guess I can say her name, Nina, they're gonna be here. Krystle and Nina are dating. Nina was my friend and I played Cupid. Yes.
And when we saw Krystle again, she looked like she lost weight. She looked happier.
It's nice to see. It's nice to see Krystle happy. So I'm happy, because I'm an empath.
She clearly made some positive changes in her life. She changed. Amber hadn't changed a bit.
I didn't even realize it's a Japanese steakhouse. Krystle. Yes.
Took way longer than I want to admit.
Mario shirt. Show your shirt. I'm showing your shirt.
Is this the same Nina that goes with Krystle? Is it? Yeah.
You didn't know that they were dating? They're in love, and Nina's moving to Virginia on the 20th.
This bitch. Are you serious?
Rafe was familiar with Nina because Nina was the ex-girlfriend of Beck.
For people who don't know, what did Nina do? Well, Becky and Nina, they had been, how long have they been together, Hannah? 4 years. 4 years Becky and Nina had been together. And everything was great, fine. Hell, they weren't even talking about getting kids at one point. And then Nina just kind of, just like, oh, yeah, I think we should see other people. Just out of the blue.
Rafe doesn't like Nina because she broke up with Becky out of the blue. What was she supposed to do? Give her 2 weeks' notice?
How did Amberlynn meet Nina if Becky and her are not on speaking terms? Nina! This bitch, listen to this! Nina messaged me on Snapchat one night, and I guess Becky told Nina about me, so then Nina wanted to see like if I was like legit and like just who I was as a person. Me and Nina became friends, and she became scandalous and crazy. Nina like messaged me and was like, you know, I care about Becky and I just want to see like if you're good for her and all this stuff. So I was like, whatever, okay, this is weird. So like she cares. Nina told me, don't tell Becky though. I told Becky about the whole thing and she was like, you know what, be friends with her and see how she is. And I was like, okay. Well, I really did become friends with Nina and we really did become like really good friends, which is really weird. And then I kind of saw Nina's true colors for a minute there and I'm kind of over it, so. Didn't you just visit Nina a couple days ago? Hold on, I'll set this back down. My vlogs are oldish. Oldish. Like, I liked it because Krystle, it was weird, some shit went down. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna spill some more tea, whatever that is. But didn't Nina send you nudes? Wait, what? Yeah, I thought Becky said that Nina sent you nudes. Well, nudes, close enough.
Even though Amber had set Krystle up with Nina, Amber now thought that Nina was scandalous and crazy.
Amber had even admitted that Nina had sent her nudes, even though Rafe had to remind her of it.
Wait, what? What does Nina look like? Red short hair, big hips. It looks like somebody drew on her with a Sharpie. Her tattoos are from Scratcher Tats, like Scratcher artists. I pay good money for my tattoos, thank you very much.
Rafe can act as smug as she likes. I pay good money for my tattoos. She didn't have a job. She didn't have a job for ages. She didn't pay for her tattoos. You lot paid for her tattoos. I pay good money for... You didn't pay a thing, mate.
You and Nina gonna fight? I'd punch the bitch. She could come at me, I'll just take her out by the ankles. She couldn't get up. Did Nina cheat? I don't know if Nina cheated, but it wouldn't surprise me.
While Krystle and Nina were going out, Amber and Rafe would just make fun of Nina constantly. Doesn't matter how it makes Krystle feel. Just do it online for everyone to see, including Krystle.
Pretty rude to be allowing someone to talk to your friend Nina like this on your channel, Al. She could tell me to shut up, but did Al set up Nina and Krystle? Why would she do that if she didn't like her? I liked Nina at the time. This was forever ago. Can you keep your vlogs up to date? I thought you liked Nina. Water fasting is the best way. No, that's what they said. I did. That's what Mermaid Kitty said. I did until like a week ago. What happened between Krystle and Nina? Nothing. You literally just saw Nina. I'm so confused. Is Nina and Krystle still dating?
Yeah, I don't even think Amber knows why she dislikes Nina. I think because Amber's an empath, she's picked up on Rafe's bitchy vibes.
Am I still friends with Nina? Negative. When the whole like boob picture thing like went into light, she sent me a text. She's like, I'm really sorry for being a bad friend. I'm gonna tell Krystle what happened.
So this means that Amber never told Krystle about the boob pictures.
Do you dislike Nina? I don't feel like being her friend. I mean, nothing more to that. What it is. Nina and Krystle are still together. Nina's moving in with Krystle. Nina's getting Krystle's promise ring already, and they've been talking about that for like a month now.
Amber judging anybody for moving too fast with the promise ring thing. Is she kidding? She agreed to move in with Destiny before they met. I think she agreed to move in with Wifey 1 and Wifey 2. before they met. Amber judging anybody for anything is, pick a word, insane, mad, whichever one you want.
Becky, what do you think of Nina? It's great that her and Krystle are together.
Is Krystle and Nina getting married? I don't know. Maybe.
I've seen some pretty disgusting people in the couple of years I've been doing videos on lol cows. Amber's right up there with the worst of them. I worked in a school before doing this, and it reminds me, editing the video, it reminds me of working in the school when you see, it would happen quite a lot, you'd see one kid bully another kid. Most of the teachers wouldn't do anything about it. So you're just watching kids getting bullied and nobody does anything about it. And that's what I feel like here. I'm just watching Krystle getting bullied and you can't do anything about it.
This is horrible to watch. She's just torturing the poor girl. She just does not want to be there. And Amber's just pouring all over her. It's horrible.
And it's not just bullying, it's abuse. It is definitely abuse. By the very definition. Amber is an abuser. And this isn't just an opinion I've plucked out of nowhere for a laugh or to get clicks. There's 2 hours, however long the video is going to be. I think there's about 2 hours worth of evidence there. There's more. There's plenty of clips I haven't used. Amber abused Krystle. She'll never apologise for that. It's been a sad one. I'm sorry it's been such a sad episode. Thankfully we've had Jimmy as the comic relief. Thanks, Jimmy.
I remember why I was an Am baby now, because it's so ridiculous. It's hilarious. She's a big old cuckoo in a nest, pushing everyone out and taking everything. Big mooch.
But it did have a happy ending. Krystle stood up to Amber and broke up with her.
How do you not see it coming, Amber? Just re-watch your footage and see how you've acted, and it won't come as a shock anymore. Like, sometimes it is you, it's not them.
Look, it's not a coincidence that at the time of filming this, the only people Amber has in her life is a mum and a grandma. She's got nobody.
I'm actually going to miss Amber when we're done with this series, because I don't know when we're ever going to cover someone who's so benign. Joking aside though, I hope one day she'll find some empathy and meet somebody that helps her. Think she will?
I don't think she will.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
No.
I hope Krystle's doing alright. Like, she got away. I hope she's okay.
I'm just glad Krystle got away. And on the off chance she sees this, I don't think she will. On the off chance that she sees this, I hope you're doing alright, Krystle. Jimmy hopes you're doing alright. I know Jimmy was being the funny one in this, but he wasn't happy with the clips I was showing him, how she was treating you. So well done for getting away anyway. I hope you're alright. I hope your parents are okay as well. And everybody watching this, every single person watching this is proud of you and happy that you managed to get away. This doesn't mean I want people to go and harass Amber. I don't want people to go and leave mean comments on my behalf on Amber's videos. I don't want that at all. I don't know what I want. I think I just want Casey to be alright, Krystle to be alright. Yeah. I don't care about Amber anymore. All the hope I had for her is gone. She hasn't got long left. Let her get on with it. Let nature take its course. Amber will be watching this, no doubt. She watched the Casey one. Hey, Casey. She watched the Casey one. I know you hate me, but I'm just showing people what you've already showed them in your videos and your Ask FM and your Tumblrs and whatever else. I'm just showing them what you've already showed people. And that's why people don't like you. Not because of me. Whether I'm here or not, whether I exist or not, people don't like you because of you. Not because of me. I'm sure I haven't helped. I just don't understand, Amber, how you can watch how you treated Krystle and not understand. You were horrible? How can you not understand? Anyway, I'm droning on. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry it was a miserable one. I knew it would be. But thanks, Jimmy, for trying to make us laugh. I've just been miserable, sorry. So thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for watching. Sorry it was a miserable one. Yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you. Yeah. Very good. Miserable. Sorry. Empath. If she's an empath, Foodie Beauty's fucking Grace Kelly.
If you're a narcissist, you don't have like empathy at all.